Hey, Knicks Nation, what's going on? This is Sincere from Sincere Knicks Fan 34. How are you doing on this day? Hey, I'm just recapping from what we saw in the preseason. I'm excited. I'm excited. And I'm more excited. Um, we're going to get into that just a moment. If you have not already subscribed, please do subscribe, share, comment, like. Let's get it in, okay? All right. So I got that out the way. Let's get back to the show. So, the other night, I promise you, it was exactly what I was expecting for the first preseason game. It was sloppy. It was sloppy. It wasn't smooth. It was clunky. It was everything I was expecting it to be. I was expecting turnovers. I was expecting just some form of disconnect because you got a lot of different players that have not played with each other for a while. Like if especially when you come in the second unit, you're talking about players that probably haven't played with any other guys in the second unit at all, right? So I was not shocked that it was not a smooth game. They're learning a new tempo. They got a new coach. So I'm not shocked that it was not a smooth preseason. They're not using the same preset sets that they would use. They are trying to use more of a collaborative style of play. Collaborative is the word right now that they're trying to use more so with Mike Brown. He's a collaborative coach. He's trying to use the collective talents of everyone, and you really did see that. You did see that they were trying. I wouldn't say that they were overpassing. I think it's just they have to get used to where people's spots are, and people more so just kind of getting back into rhythm. Even Jalen Brunson didn't seem in rhythm to his normal shooting patterns and movements. You could tell he was on vacation, just like many of the others. Not to say that there was no effort or desire to win or anything like that. I'm just going to knock all the haters out the way now. You can come at me at the comments though. It's all good. Let's get it. But the idea basically is, like they had a good energy overall. I was happy with what I saw overall. I saw Karl Anthony Towns trying to pass a little bit more, not just trying to keep the ball and just do his thing, or Brunson just go get the ball and he do his thing. I saw them trying to really put a true effort in trying to make the team around them better. I saw Diawara going out there bringing the ball up. You saw his energy. You saw his ball handling. I saw Kolick with his ball handling, being able to demonstrate even more of his offensive arsenal. To be honest, I wasn't surprised that his defense wasn't quite there. Let's be honest, that was the area that he needs the most improvement on, in my opinion. But I was happy to see, even though people's shots were not necessarily dropping, the effort to try to make a better shot, to give someone else a better opportunity to get a more quality shot, that was pretty good. I was happy to see, I don't know if anybody else noticed it. Brunson got slendered down a little bit. Porty has slendered down a little bit. There's a good number of guys who have been getting themselves, you can tell they've been getting themselves prepped to be in this more up-tempo offense. And that's cool. That's cool. So that they are at least trying their best to acclimate to this new offensive system. Again, myself, I'm more of a defensive minded person. So, we'll have to see how things go. The standouts, Miles McBride, Mitchell Robinson. I'd have to look and see about the stats, but McBride was knocking down his shot at a really good clip. There were moves that he had shown in that game that he normally didn't show in the regular season. His 3-point shot was where it was supposed to be. Pretty high efficiency. But you could see he put a little little mid-range action in there. He was finishing at the rim. I mean, there was one play he went and did a little move and kept the ball in his left hand and brought it all the way up and brought it up to the rack with the defenders, and it didn't look like he was hesitant or anything. So you could tell this brother's been practicing during the summertime. So that was really good to see. Malcolm Brogdon, I was happy to see that, number one, that he showed up healthy. He had some bumbling himself, but to be honest, most of the players on the Knicks actually had bumbling moments. And like I said, I said this in previous videos, patience. We're going to need patience because the reality is it's a new coach, new offensive sets. And we have new players that are coming in who are coming off the bench to help us proceed towards the finals. So there's going to be a lot of learning going on, learning the pace, learning the system, learning the new talent, trying to mesh with the old talent, right? Not that I'm calling them old, but you get my point. So they've been working this whole thing out, and I think that they're going to continue to work the whole thing out as they move forward, offensively as well as defensively. And with the way that things are going, I don't really think it's going to be long from what I saw from where it becomes smoother. I'm not going to say perfect, but smoother. Everyone's going to have to adjust. Brunson's going to have to adjust not having the ball in his hands as much. Mikal Bridges is more likely going to be a person bringing the ball up at times to take the ball out of Brunson's hands. Other players may be required to bring up the ball as well, whether it's McBride, whether it's Brogdon, whether it's Clarkson. All these different players are going to be doing these things quite often. Karl Anthony Towns, he's going to have to learn how to become more of an assist man. So we'll see how that happens. Going into double teams, when he gets double teamed, finding that open man. Because Coach Mike Brown said he's looking to get people those wide open threes at the corners. So corner threes, that usually happens when defenses pack into the paint. Well, one of the ways you do that is with Karl Anthony Towns, either in the post, mid-post, making that thing happen. Brunson, you already know, can create off the dribble, create havoc off that dribble, and he finishes with efficiency with the best of them. So it'll be interesting to see how they work that all out. As I said, overall, the 3-point shot was not there this game, but as I said, this is the first game. It's the preseason. It's not even regular season, so let's not trip. All right, but overall, I mean, I'm not disappointed. It's the 76ers. No diss to anybody, the 76ers fans. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. As it stands right now, we're learning, we're gonna grow, but there's gonna be some struggles, and I expect there to be some struggles. Just when it comes to not being as smooth, not knowing where everybody's spots are on the floor, in the flow, it's going to be a little clunky, and I expect that. But I will see where we are when it comes to this next game. This next game tomorrow is going to be a real good showing of people's ability to adjust and learn with the talents that's around them. So we will see what goes on from there. Let's see what adjustments Mike Brown does, because I expect between this last game and tomorrow, Saturday, that he's going to make some adjustments to fine-tune and figure out what he's going to do in terms of his starting lineup. And I think by the time he gets to maybe game 4 of the preseason, he's going to be solidifying more of this is my starting 5. So keep it tuned on that one. And you'll see how he's utilizing people for his second unit to get them into rhythm to make things a little smoother. And I think over the course of the beginning of the regular season, you will see more varied sets to get things in rhythm and keep things moving and make some damage. But that's my opinion. We will see what happens come tomorrow. So I'm excited, and I will continue to be excited because I'm a Knicks fan. That's how I do. You know what I mean? But with all that being said, I'm going to let y'all go. We're going to get back to y'all. I'm going to have a video after the game come tomorrow. You all have a good day. Again, subscribe, like, share, hit that notification button so you can continue getting those episodes that I'm putting out there for the next level of content. All right? You have a good day. Talk to you later. Let's get it.